Thank you, President Scott and the City Council.
Good evening.
My name is Danny. I've been a registered nurse at Johns Hopkins for almost 7 years. I work in the medical intensive care unit where I see some of the most vulnerable and sickest patients in the city of Baltimore. I care for patients with liver failure, kidney failure, infectious sepsis, overdose, drug withdrawals, and other illnesses. By the time my patient reaches the medical intensive care unit, many have already experienced multiple readmissions throughout the year. I'm here today because I am a patient advocate, which means that in order for me to most effectively care for my patients at the bedside, I also need to make sure that my patient have a healthy environment to go home to and to have support system in the Baltimore community. As a city, we need to fund programs that promote health access and resource. We need to invest in education. We need to provide dignified jobs. We need to ensure that the social and economic fabric of Baltimore is strong in order to address why many of our patients in our community end up in the medical intensive care unit and to provide them an attainable path to healing. The clearest ways to do this is to renegotiate a pilot agreement where the wealthiest nonprofits in Baltimore pay their fair share. As a nurse for the largest of these nonprofits, I know that what Hopkins save each year with the current pilot program agreement is not reflected in staffing, equipment, nurse retention, and other critical aspects of patient care. Over the years, many units have been forced to do more with less, even as our community gets sicker and sicker. All too often, I see new nurses working the best they can with the best they have, but end up getting burnout and leaving within 1 to 2 years. So when I hear people talk about how these hospitals bring opportunity and new jobs to the workforce here, we call it a transplant city. They come here, get their name on their resume, and leave. Where I do see Johns Hopkins invest is paying anti-union consultants millions of dollars to stop my colleagues and I from unionizing to address these issues. We may be understaffed on our units, but we know that Hopkins hired a team of over a dozen highly priced union busters to stop nurses from speaking up about these same issues. Hopkins has a duty to provide more to the Baltimore community, including doing right by the nurses who are standing up for this community. As a Hopkins nurse and patient advocate, I support the reopening and renegotiation of the pilot agreement. Thank you.
Thank you.